scientists out there. DEPED TV welcomes you to a day full of learnings and discoveries. I am Ma'am Con, your grade 7 science teacher. Come and join me. We are Sci Connected. In this lesson, here are the key takeaways. 1. Identify the steps of scientific method. 2. Use scientific method in solving problems through experiment. 3. Relate scientific method in daily life. Before we start, make sure you have your pen, paper, and self-learning module. Now, let us have a short recap about our last lesson. What is scientific method? Well, that's great! Scientific method is a step-by-step procedure used in solving problems and answer questions. What are the 6 basic steps of scientific method? So, first step is to make observations. How are you going to observe? Yes, that's right. You need to use your 5 senses. Second step, come up with a question. Based on your observations, you may now formulate a question. The third step is to develop a hypothesis. Hypothesis is an educated guess. It is a possible answer to the question you have formulated. Fourth step is to conduct an experiment. In this step, you will test your hypothesis through experimentation. The fifth step is to record and analyze the result. Make sure to record what is happening as well as the results. Finally, the sixth step is to draw a conclusion. On this part, you may now conclude that your hypothesis is accepted or rejected. I hope that everything is clear about it because today, we are going to apply the scientific method. Do you have all the materials needed that I told you last episode? That's good! Well then, it's experiment time with Ma'am Con. The goal for today's activity is to use scientific method and solve a problem. Who's up for the experiment? So, let's start! The materials needed are apples, a knife. Remember that you should always be careful in handling knives. You should ask for adult assistance in using it. Chopping board, container, water, milk, juice, and soda. Another reminder, do not taste all the samples. Now that the materials are all ready, let's start our experiment. First step, let's slice the apple. After slicing, let's observe the apple for 5 minutes. Now, what are your observations? That's right! The apple turned brown after 5 minutes. Second step, based on your observation, you may come up with a question. What would be the possible problem based on the observation? Very good! The problem will be, what can you put to an apple slice to keep it from turning brown? Third step, make a hypothesis or prediction. What would be the preliminary answer to our question? So, we will try to use water, milk, juice, and soda. And that will be our hypothesis. For the fourth step, we will test the hypothesis through experimentation. Let's put a sliced apple in each sample of water, milk, soda, and juice. Watch what happens to each. Now, let's do the fifth step. Record and analyze the results. Do they all turn brown? Which one turns brown first? Which turns brown last? Finally, the sixth step is to draw a conclusion. Let's answer this question. If you put a blank on an apple, it will not turn brown that fast. It is my pleasure to know that you enjoyed the experiment and understand the scientific method as well. Let's try to sum up the results of the experiment. Are you ready? Let's do it! What is your observation after slicing the apple? What happens to the apple? Exactly! The apple turned brown. Now, what is the problem in the activity? Great! What can you put to an apple slice to keep it from turning brown? What is our hypothesis? Very good! We will try to put an apple slice to each sample: water, milk, juice, and soda. To test the hypothesis, we put an apple slice to each sample. While waiting, we recorded the data and analyzed the results. For the conclusion, which type of liquid will prevent the apple from turning brown? Is it juice, milk, soda, or water? You got it right! The answer is letter D, water. Scientific method is a series of steps designed to help you solve problems and answer questions. Hope that the activity helped you better understand the scientific method. Now that you understand the scientific method and its steps, there are variables that you need to know when having an experiment or a study. And these are the independent and dependent variable. These are the factors that we control in order for us to get most accurate result of our experiment. Independent variable is the variable that is being manipulated or controlled, while dependent variable is the effect that arise from the changes in the independent variable. Let me give you a short science fact. Did you know that the skin is the largest organ of our body? Yes, it covers our whole body and makes up about 16% of our overall mass and approximately 2 millimeters thick. So, we should always take care of our skin as it also protects us against germs, pollution, and radiation from the sun. Well, that's the short science fact for today with Ma'am Con. Okay, let's have a quick check of understanding. Let me share to you a short story. All you have to do is to listen and take down notes about the story. Are you ready? Marshmallow muscles. Larry was told that a certain muscle cream was the newest best thing on the market and claims to double a person's muscle power when used as a part of muscle building workout. Interested to this product, he buys the special muscle cream and recruits Patrick and John to help him with an experiment. Larry develops a special marshmallow weightlifting program for Patrick and John. He meets with them once every day for a period of 2 weeks and keeps track of their results. Before each session, Patrick's arms and back are lathered in the muscle cream, while John's arms and back are lathered with regular lotion. The result of Larry's experiment is flashed on your screen. From the short story, let us answer these questions. Write your answer in a separate sheet of paper. What is the independent variable? Very good! The independent variable is the type of cream lathered in arms and back. What is the dependent variable? You got it right! Dependent variable is the increase in muscle size. It appeared to be the effect of the independent variable. Let us further understand the independent and dependent variable. I will give you a sample hypothesis, and all you have to do is to identify the independent and dependent variables of those hypotheses. Do tomatoes grow fastest under fluorescent, incandescent, or natural light? What is the independent variable? Correct! The independent variable are the type of light the tomato plant is grown. What about the dependent variable? The dependent variable is the rate of growth of the tomato plant. Another hypothesis. Do people who sleep more will gain weight than the people who sleep less? What is the independent variable? That's right! The independent variable is whether the people sleep more or less. What about the dependent variable? Excellent! The dependent variable is the number of sleeping hours and gain in weight. Now that scientific method and the variables that you should consider in an experiment is clear, let us have an assessment. Read each question carefully. Write only the letter of your answer. Use a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. What skill is used when you listen to the sounds that are produced by whales? A. Interpreting data. B. Drawing conclusions. C. Making a hypothesis. D. Making observations. The skill that you used when you listen to the sound produced by waves, you are making observations, which is letter D. Number 2. A scientist conducted an experiment to determine how the amount of salt in a body of water affects the number of plants that can live in the water. Which is the independent variable? A. Water. B. Temperature of the water. C. Amount of salt in the water. D. Number of plants in the water. The independent variable in the experiment stated is the amount of salt in water. That is letter C. Number 3. What is the last step in the scientific method? A. Writing report. B. Collecting data. C. Analyzing data. D. Drawing conclusion. The last step in scientific method is drawing conclusion. You got it right! That is letter D. Why is scientific method an important process in doing experiments? A. It takes more work, but it is worth it. B. It helps the experiment to take longer and be better. C. It ensures that results can be trusted and repeated. D. It ensures that people doing the experiment are scientific. Scientific method is an important process in doing experiments because it ensures that results can be trusted and repeated. The answer is letter C. Number 5. What do you call the information gathered during experiments? A. Data. B. Theory. C. Conclusion. D. Hypothesis. The information gathered during experiment is data. You are correct if your answer is letter A, data. Remember, scientific method are the steps a scientist will follow when conducting an experiment or when working on a scientific problem. However, the steps may be used by you in finding answers and solutions to your queries and problems. But you have to consider factors, and those are the independent and dependent variables. Now, it's time to answer and learn more from one of the questions posted in SciConnected on DEPED TV page. Her nickname is Liza, 13 years old, from Marangal National High School, Schools Division of San Jose del Monte City. Her question is, what if Earth has no moon? The moon has a significant relationship with the Earth. Life changes if there were no moon. First, nights would unbelievably be darker as the moon provides light on the Earth during the night. Second, as the Earth exerts gravitational pull, the moon also exerts a gravitational pull on Earth, and it slows down the Earth's rotation. The moon's gravity causes the ocean on our planet to rise and fall. It influences our oceans, weather, and the hours in our days. Thank you so much for your question, Liza. Hope that I helped you on it. If you guys have questions, simply post it on SciConnected on DepEd TV page. Kindly follow this format. Hope that you have learned something new today. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and see you on the next episode. Again, this is Ma'am Con, scientifically saying, think critically, do things differently, and that develops your ability.